Good evening and welcome. It's Tuesday and just about time for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net to kick off. Just waiting for Bill to pick it up at 7 p.m. Clock's just rolled over. Let's stand by.
Good evening, all amateurs. This is Victor Echo 3, India Uniform Kilowatt, Bill and Dundas, and I'll be your host this evening for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. This net meets 4 times weekly, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesdays on this repeater, Thursdays on a simplex frequency of 446.125. Now stand by for any priority or quick one and done contacts. Come now. Okay, nothing heard. I'll stand by for anyone who'd like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come now. VE3LBI. VE3LBI, good evening, Mary. And how's Bill today? Doing fine, Larry. Yeah, nothing really to report, Bill. We're down at George for a few minutes this morning. Other than that, I'm still trying to get over this nasal congestion. Yeah, it doesn't sound quite as bad, but yeah, you still sound congested. Yeah, I hope it'll be gone shortly. So that's it, Bill. I got nothing else really to report. Just been a quiet day around the house. Yeah, okay. Well, you could try recreating the scene from Crocodile Dundee and see if that does your sinuses any good. Yeah, okay. I don't think so. All right, Bill. I'll pass it back. There's got to be a few more in there for sure. Yeah, take care, Larry. Have a good evening. Anyone else from Lake Ontario Radio Club Net? Come now.
Victor Alpha 3, India, Mike Whiskey.
VE3ZOE. Okay, a couple more stations in there. Matt, good evening. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad at all. Tell me, Bill, which radio is this? And if it is your base station, when's the last time you looked at your beam to make sure it's pointed in the right direction?
Yesterday. It's been a bit windy, so maybe something shifted.
Yeah, because you're a little fuzzy, crackly into the repeater. And when I check you on direct, it wasn't that strong S8, S9 signal that we saw when you first set it up. So it may have taken a little bit of a swing.
Yeah, no, it's very critical on this high frequency. Yeah, I'll have a look after the net.
All right. Anyways, thanks for doing this one. As usual, we are streaming live on YouTube. Look at the YouTube search box, type in my call sign VA3IMW, and just search down the page until you find that bright red sticker that says live, and here we are. Anyways, we'll do the same thing on Thursday night, 446.125 in simplex, and I'm sure that we'll hear Chuck in shortly, so you can put a plug in for the A-Reg for tomorrow night. Good day overall. Wild spin in the weather. I think we saw a little bit of everything today. So it was there was sunshine, there was wind, there was rain, and when it did rain, it seemed like it was coming down sideways, and it was dangerously close to the freezing mark. So I think there was some different kind of precipitation that I don't want to speak the name of. Anyways, certainly glad to see perhaps on Friday we'll have some balmy temperatures, and we'll see how my honey-do list rolls out for Friday, and who knows, maybe we can go and invade what can I say, the downtown core. Anyways, What else can I say? I think that's about it for now. I'll turn it back to you, Bill, and I'm surprised. I'm lost for words.
Yeah, Matt, but yeah, that would be good. We'll have to just play it by ear, what happens with the weather. But yeah, it's weird when you have to, this time of year, you really have to check what you need to wear before you go outside.
You almost have to be prepared at this time of year for anything. So you want to have everything from your bikini to your slicker.
Yeah, that's about it. Okay, Mac. Well, we'll hopefully be able to do that on Friday. But we'll just wait and see. Anyways, let's pick up Noel and see how he's doing this evening. Good evening, Noel. How are you?
Good evening, and everyone else on that. Yeah, no, just didn't really have any traffic. Thought I'd give you a quick little check in, call out, say hi type thing. But no, I haven't really been up to too much today. Other than that, yeah, just thought I'd say hi. I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, okay, Noel. Yeah, not much here. I did get an extra telescopic whip and ribbon cable for radials for the Pac-12 that came in today, so that's already in the kit, so that we do have spares. So always adding stuff to that Poda bag.
Yeah, and they actually, I don't know, I guess the wind blew your antenna the other direction, or whatever else. You're starting to sound pretty good there.
Yeah, it's probably not stable. There's a bit of breeze out there. It's just on the pole in the back porch, and I've got a couple of bricks up against the bottom of the pole, so it's not exactly what I would call stationary, but does the trick for now. I think I've got it beat on an antenna, so hopefully we'll get that up there soon. But anyways, Noel, thanks for checking in, and maybe we'll look forward to having you come home. We can do an activation together.
That sounds good, actually. I've been tinkering and putting some stuff together, so I'll be looking forward to do that. Yes, I will be listening along.
Okay, sounds good, Noel. Thanks a lot for checking in. Stand by for anyone else who'd like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Bravo Tango. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
All right, a couple more characters heard from there. Albert, good evening. How are you?
Hey, good evening, Bill, and everybody on frequency. We're not doing too bad. Yeah, this looks like we got a little cold weather today, but nothing to cry over, I guess. Other than that, just a general check-in there, Bill. Not too much on my end to report. Besides, it's going to be a short week for us. So I've got the Friday off, which I'm looking forward to, and honey to-do list this weekend. I got a painting to do and all kinds of other stuff. Oh, and I got to install a railing on my porch. Joy. Other than that, just general check-in. So we'll hand it back over to you there, Bill. VA3BT.
Time to blink.
Hey, got the honey to-do list. I can't keep putting it off, so I got to get things done.
No, that's it, or that list just mysteriously keeps growing.
Oh, yeah. And then hopefully once the weather gets a little better, I get to put the new beam up sometime this summer.
Very good, very good. Well, hopefully the weather cooperates for you this weekend and you can get a lot of that done. Thanks a lot for checking in, Albert. And without further ado, let's bring in Chuck and see how his day went. Good evening, Chuck. How are you?
Hey, good evening, Bill, and all on net. Yeah, I just came back from a walk to the Center Mall, and man, oh man, was it windy. It's reading +5 over here, but man, that wind, it's a good thing I dressed for it, and it was no problem, but I would hate to have been working outside. I'm sure there's a few things blowing around, also the antennas. And speaking of Friday, so I guess this is Good Friday. Does that mean all the stores are going to be closed there, Bill?
Yeah, Roger. I would think so.
every time there's a holiday, people go and stock up like it's the end times. The grocery stores are just packed the day before a shutdown there. So, anyways, not too much happening radio-wise today. I got one contact, and that's about it so far. I just threw a cast iron pan in the oven to season it, slathered some bacon fat on it, and hopefully that'll do the trick. And I had to put the grinder to it, or a grinder with a special attachment, a sanding wheel. I wouldn't use a grinding disc. I've got these sanding wheels. So I cleaned up the pan that way. It was a lot quicker than doing it by hand with elbow grease. And I love the cast iron pans. I'm thinking of getting a cast iron crock pot or a Dutch oven there. So that's it for me, Bill. Tomorrow is going to be another exciting and fun evening with the AREG net. And that starts at 8 p.m. tomorrow night on 146.430. And as always, I stream the net on YouTube. So people who can't hear all the stations will be able to hear them through the YouTube stream. That's it for me, Bill. I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Chuck, and I actually have a frying pan here I've had for well over 30 years, and the thing is so nicely seasoned that you can fry it. So, and I don't blame you about the cast iron pot. My mom had one, and she was doing different things in all the time. And I just remember that memories of that fondly. But last night, you guys were sort of a different topic altogether. Last night, you guys were talking about games. I think somebody mentioned Wolfenstein. Anybody that's into all those old DOS games from the 90s, you can download something called Exodos. And Exodos is quite a few of your old DOS games, and it runs in DOSBox, except that it's all been customized for you already. So anybody that wants to look at playing old DOS games on a modern computer can go look at Exodos. Chuck, back to you.
All right, very good. Yeah, it's funny, man. Time flies. I mean, I remember in 1991 there, I was working at the Royal Canal Hotel, and somehow someone installed that game, or it came with the software on the mainframe of the hotel computer. And of course, working the night shift, you get your slow periods, and we got to pass the time away playing that game. So it was a lot of fun. Anyways, Bill, thank you for that information. I do appreciate it. Back to you.
Okay, Chuck. And of course, we're looking forward to tomorrow night, and I'm sure that you're working on some goodies for us, right?
Always trying to bring something new and exciting and fun to help pass the time away, for sure.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to your net tomorrow night and participate, and hopefully I'll be able to do a voice check-in via YouTube, so we're getting close to that. Anyway, let's move on, and let's see if we have any more check-ins for the Lake Ontario Radio Club net coming out.
By the way, Bill, it sounds like you're struggling to hold the repeater there. It's, yeah.
Yeah, it's that antenna moving around in the wind.
I had a recheck if no one else is.
Go ahead, Noel.
Yeah, I was just comment on the DOS games and stuff. Almost remind me there. I've done it with DOSBox, but there's a TCP/IP networking to run IPX SPX over the DOSBox, so you can run old DOS games and do network LAN party from everyone's comfort of their own home.
didn't say terabytes, I meant to say gigabytes. That's crazy. Terabytes. I think I remember looking on the site, something like 2 gigabytes, but it's almost every DOS game released from release right up to.
Sorry, I heard someone else in there as well too.
Yeah, okay. Station in there. Go ahead.
VA3IMW.
3NFG. Good evening, Steve. How are you doing?
I'm currently en route to the store there. I took stock there on my box of shreddies there, and I don't have any. No shreddies. How about that? And I also don't have milk. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm just about to pull into the store here. But anyway, just checking for you there, Bill, for the net. Thanks for doing it. And that's about it. Did a little bit of work on the shack today. Got the supports all fastened together and ready to go. I just gotta trim them up on the table saw and they'll be ready. That's about it, Bill. Back to you. Back to net control. VA3IMW mobile.
Okay, Steve. Well, I'm glad that you're making some headway with that. That's good. Have to send us a picture when you have everything all organized and finalized.
Yeah, for sure. I was just kind of figuring out what I'm gonna put on this thing. You know, and now I'm not sure if I want that shelf going all the way across the back of the desk or not. I don't think I have enough radios to fill it. Well, I probably do, but I don't know if I want those old radios on there. But anyway, yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, I'll send a picture out as soon as I get it completed for sure.
Well, if you had the shelf running all the way across your desk, even if you had some of the older equipment on it, that would look good on a QSL card.
Yeah, it would. It would. I have some really old Kenwood portables, probably from the 70s, that I have. Somebody gave me a box of old radios. Very, very old equipment there. I think back in the day when the CN guys were using them, you know, those radios they used to carry around like an iron. You know, they'd had a handle on it, and then they'd, you know, have the mic in the other hand. I've got one of those, believe it or not.
Comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, Steve, VA3CJZ. I was just wondering, do you have a Shreddies radio? This is the, I guess technically I do. But that's since alleviated itself of any excess milk dried on the mic element. Why do you ask? You were just talking about old radios. I was wondering if you had a Shreddies radio, but yeah, you do, the handheld. Yeah, roger that. You know, I'm sure some of my older radios have evidence of dried up, I don't know what you call it. There wouldn't be any chunks of Shreddies on there. But, however, there could be some splashes of dried milk. No, I doubt it. This would be the only one that I would have that I'm talking on here, so, yeah. And both those old portables I got, I don't know what to do with them. You know, I feel like taking them to the next Hamfest and just leave them on a table and walk away, you know, and, you know, put a sign on it, free to a good operator. Yeah, maybe arrange it to donate to a brand new ham. I don't know, something to think about. Anyways, I'm done with the comment there. I'll send it back to Bill.
radios are working, they're worth something to somebody. Steve, you know, it's always the old thing about, you know, one man's junks and a man's treasures, but maybe from a collectible point of view, they might be worth something to somebody.
Yeah, somebody might have a same radio and needs to scavenge parts or something like that to get one working. Well, yeah, maybe for those purposes. I haven't inquired anywhere, but I should take stock of what I got and write it all down and maybe put an ad in the swap shop or something like that.
That would be an idea, and then you can say at least you tried before you trash the stuff, because you never know who would want to grab that up, because there's lots of people out there, you know, collecting old radios just for, you know, nostalgia. So anyway, be that as it may, it's hard to believe that I think back in the 70s, you know, I remember when the first VHF radios came out with you know, LED and LCD displays, so time flies.
Yeah, that's what they have. The dot matrix, I think it was called, and the LED were right before that, but I don't think any VHF, UHF had that. I don't think anyway. But anyhow, all right, very good there, Bill. I'm gonna hang it up here, and I'm going in the store. And maybe we'll catch the tail end of it when I come out. So we'll let you see who else is out there. I want to check in, and we'll catch up with you later. VA3IMW.
Yeah, okay, Steve, take care. And yeah, I remember some of the old VA3 stuff that came out in the 70s with LED displays. They drained the batteries rather quickly. Anyway, we better see if there's anyone else that would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club. Dan, come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot Portable.
Okay, Cal in there. Good evening, Cal, and Vern behind you. Cal, how's it going?
It's going good, Bill, and congratulations. I see that you got your CW. That's a great achievement.
Yeah, that's I've been licensed since '77, and when I got back into ham radio a couple of years ago, I posted that on YouTube because they had reactivated my license. So yeah, I have the advanced but plus the CW. So of course back then you needed it. So I just thought I'd repost that.
Yeah, it's cool. I didn't realize it was a repost, but anyway, congrats either way.
Thanks, Cal, and how's your day going?
It's going good. I don't know if I mentioned it to you, Bill, but my wife and I run a bit of a newspaper that we relaunched, and been keeping busy with that. It's at thehamiltonian.net, and the guest this week is the chief of police. So if anybody's interested in an interview with him, you can have a look.
Okay, I'll have a look at that later, and I can hear my antenna blowing around in the wind because I can hear it on the repeater. But anyways, okay, Kel, thanks a lot for checking in, and have yourself a good evening, and we will have a look at that. Okay, let's bring in Vern. Good evening, Vern. How are you?
Good evening, Bill, and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up. Yeah, just out for a walk. It is, I don't know if it's raining or if it's freezing rain. What's going on? There's just something light falling. It feels kind of like freezing rain. Temperature's 4. You mentioned your antenna. Yeah, as you have gathered, it's pretty gusty out here.
Yeah, it is, and I can actually hear the wind in the backyard here anyway, so I can hear it actually blowing around the house.
I think the gusts are like up to 40 or 50 kilometers, so it's blowing pretty good.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, we'll have to see if we can do something to stop that from blowing around the wind. But anyways, Vern, I'm glad you're out for a walk. By the way, you've got a good strong signal into the repeater.
Bill. I appreciate it. He's out walking with one of my older radios. It's the Yaesu one that's actually it's a quad band. It does 6 meters, 2 meters, 220, and 440.
Oh, very good. What brand is it?
It's the Yaesu R. They did another one. I think it was, I can't remember what it was, VX8GR that's only dual band, but this one has got a quad. Now, granted, I've never made a contact on 6, but there's a net on Thursday and Friday night on which repeater? I think RSB on 220. So I've been checking into those nets with this handy.
Yeah, it seems to me, I remember back when I was first licensed, there used to be some actually 6-meter repeaters around. I don't know. I haven't checked repeater book to see if any still exist.
I think there's some around. I've looked through repeater book and tried to hit them with my handy. Probably not going to succeed. Well, I know I didn't succeed.
Okay, so some still exist. Okay, that's what I thought. I was just commenting before, about the some of the old equipment that came out in this equipment that came out in the 70s, the old DAC stuff. And when they first brought out their 2-meter handhelds, they had LED displays in them. Boy, the batteries up really quick.
Yeah, it's funny. Some handhelds really suck the batteries. Like, they just draw them down so quickly. And the other ones, I still have one that's even older than this, a VX5. And it's still the original battery. And Bill, it's shocking how long that thing will go. And it's not a big battery.
Yeah, how old was that radio?
The VX5 is probably the first one I got. And it wasn't new when I got into ham radio back, 20, 25 years ago?
Okay, now I just wonder what type of batteries it had in it.
Oh, I don't think it's lithium ion. I think it's older than that.
It would be NiCad, would it?
Yeah, probably NiCad. I think it's similar to the battery that the FT60 has, and that's another one that I found that's got great battery life.
Oh, okay, all right. Because I had my first 2-meter handheld was a Yaesu, and I made the mistake of getting one with LEDs in it, and it was hard, the batteries.
Yeah, no, the VX5, it does get warm when you're working a contact for a while, but like I said, sometimes I will power it up and I'm like, wow, it's still got juice. It's pretty surprising.
Well, you know what? That's holding on to if it's still working. Equipment like that.
Yeah, I kind of like it. And I mean, this one, the VX5, is a dual bander. It's got wide receive. I've taken it all over the place. And it's not a huge handheld, so it's fairly inconspicuous. But I'm holding you up here. Probably one of my favorites is the VX3, which is a little micro mini one. Dual band. It only puts out a watt, maybe, or a watt and a half. But it's got wide receive, and it's got a whole bunch of stuff programmed into special memory banks. And it's wonderful. Like, you can fiddle with the antenna. You can pick up shortwave. It's got the marine frequencies already programmed in. It's a wonderful little radio. I've taken it like to Europe and to the States and all over.
Can understand why you'd want to hold on to that, especially if it's nice and compact, good for traveling. Okay, Vern, well, we better move on and see if there's anyone else who would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club desk. Come now.
VA3DCS.
VA3DCS, VE3IUK. Good evening, Dave. How are you?
Oh, doing well this evening and today, I guess. It's kind of cool out there. I was out back with the dogs and I guess I should have put a sweater on.
Roger, yeah, I remember I had to figure out what I needed to wear before I went out today, and I realized when I got out there, that it was a good thing I had something on under my hoodie because it was that wind was chilly.
It was, yeah, I know, and it was windy. I'm driving home from far into Burlington. I came up to Dundas Street to come across into Waterdown, and just as I
cross or peaked the hill after Brant Street, it was like, oh, I can really feel the wind pushing on the truck.
Roger. Yeah, I was downtown today, and it was hold on your hat day, and of course you get down by Main and McNabb there, and along that McNabb Street there. Well, they don't call it McNabb, or the Frank K. Cook terminal is there. It's just a natural wind tunnel through there, and you have to hang on to everything.
Yes, it's been a while since I've been down that way. I lived down on Bold Street between Caroline and Bay there. Well, somewhere, yeah. I was Bold Street anyways, and then I worked downtown at King and Houston, and I used to walk down there, and yeah, summertime it was not too bad. Wintertime, it was quite windy and blustery. Nice weather was good though.
Yeah, Roger, to that. Yeah, well, hold on to your hat. But I just had to be downtown today, and was actually checking out something to make sure that there was no 10 encampments around where Whitehorn is, because Mac and I are thinking of trying to do an activation down there. But there's a lot less transient people downtown in tents than there was last year.
No, okay, yeah, that's all right as long as they've somewhere else to go, for sure.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, but I guess they trying to clean up downtown because they've got condos going up as well. So it's a bit of a situation. Anyway, I just was going to ask you: do you still have? Mentioned you have a Diamond X50 for sale. Do you still have that?
I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, I could print out the truck tonight and possibly drop it off tomorrow on my way home.
Okay, sounds good.
What do you have to mount it on?
Just have a pole in the backyard that I can mount it on. That I actually have a beam on there right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just wondering what you had because I don't know, I haven't looked. I might have some short pieces of pole. I don't know. But if you have one there, that's great. Yeah, I'll put it out in the truck as soon as this net is over.
Okay, thanks a lot, and I can talk to you tomorrow then about that. Yeah, because I'll be here all day. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, yeah, I leave work around 4:30 and usually come into town about a quarter after 5.
Okay, yep, I'll be home around that time. No worries.
All right. Well, let's give it back to you, and thanks for doing the net there, Bill. VA3DCS will be listening for a bit.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dave, and thanks for checking in. And let's see if there's any other check-ins for Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now. Okay, nothing. And by for any last call check-ins, rechecks, comments before I close the net. VE3IUK standing by.
Victor Echo 3, Victor Yankee Tango.
VE3ZOE, VE3IUK. Good evening, Edward.
Yeah, good day. Out walking my dog this time. Blustery, 3 or 4 degrees out here and a crazy wind blowing and so.
Yeah, it's cold enough today to see lawyers put their hands in their own pockets, right?
Very funny. Yeah, any cooler, I can swear it'll start snowing the way it's feeling right now. I get this mild sort of drizzle every now and then it dries up and comes back again.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is this time of year, April can be very unpredictable. You could go from nice weather like we had yesterday, Sunday, to what we have today, or activation of this year, and it was like it's 15 degrees outside, and suddenly it's not.
Yeah, and to think that Sunday, when I did the activation, he just needed to have a t-shirt on.
Crazy. Yeah, hey, one of my friends just sent me a alert here. It says that China has just stopped taking Boeing jet deliveries from the United States. So I guess the big battle is still brewing out there. So that was an interesting piece of news that just appeared.
Oh, yeah, that's quite interesting what's going on. Made a big deal with NVIDIA. Chips in the United States, so it's interesting what's going on.
However, not too much on that topic. I'm sure people have heard more than enough about it. So just wanted to say hi, and I'm going to send it back to you, Bill, and then close it up.
Okay, Edward, thanks a lot for checking in, and have yourself a good evening. Glad to see you got the first activation of the season in. So are there any other last call check-ins, comments before we close the net? Come now.
Supposed to snow in 30 minutes, Bill. 2 centimeters. VA3IMW.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought we were done with that stuff. Aye.
No April showers here. Just April snowflakes.
Well, I actually can remember seeing snow in June, so that's real encouraging, isn't it?
Yeah, roger that. I think I remember that. It actually did snow in June. Oh, maybe a decade or less ago, something like that.
Yeah, Roger. Yep, I remember that. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Steve. And, I guess you got your shreddage and your milk okay, right?
Yep, roger that. Yep, I was looking for, what is it? Strawberry milk. Last time I was here for milk, I was talking to Tom, VE3MQ. He told me to get some, they sell it, 2% strawberry cereal milk. So, I'm on the hunt for that next time. That's all, Bill. We'll let you close it up.
Speaking of things happening in the wrong season.
Oh, now that would be with my Rice Krispies. Hi. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Steve. Have a good evening. Anybody else before I close the net? VE3IUK standing by.
Speaking of things happening in the wrong season, I just saw a wild turkey land on the roof here. It's not Thanksgiving, it's Easter.
Well, who says you can't have turkey at Easter?
Yes, that was fish, but I wouldn't see one of those landing here. VE3ZOE. Good night.
Take care, Edward. Anybody else before I close the net down? VE3IUK standing by. Okay, nothing heard. I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IQL, for the use of the repeater. Thanks to all you folks that checked in. Always interesting and always informative. So this VE3IUK, Bill and Dundas turning this repeater back to normal. I'm sure you 7-3 all and have a great evening.
Well, there we go. It brings the net to a close for April 15th of 2025. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for joining us tonight. 7 3s. That's how we say goodbye.